Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
भागवतम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शना। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शना। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी, नयन पथगामी भव तुमे। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी, नयन पथगामी भव तुमे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव जय जय सुभद्रा। जय गौरा निताई जय गौरा निताई जय गौर निताई जय गौर निताई। जय प्रभु पद जय प्रभु पद जय प्रभु पद श्रील प्रभु पद। जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा श्रील गुरुदेवा। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु गौरांग की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ यू। वेलकम टू श्रीमद् भागवतम, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। So we are discussing about Ram Katha, the ninth canto. So this is a very interesting verse, 9.10.11. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayat Muduraye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Jatkrupatamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarine Sunyatam Sakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hrudayantasto Bhadrani Vibhunoti Sahutsrutam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatir Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Verse 11. Rakhyo dhameda vikribad vipin sangak samakakyam वैदेहराज दुहित्रात्य अपपायिताम् भृत्य वने कृपणावत् प्रियाय वैयुक्तः स्त्रीसंगिनां गतिम् इति प्रत्ययतां चाचरः. हरे कृष्ण. तो आप रिसाइट करना चाहेंगे? यू वुड लाइक टू रिसाइट?
रक्षोधमेन वृकवद्विपिने समक्षम्
विपिनं विपिनो समख्यम्
वैदेहराजदुहितरे अपयापितायम् भ्रात्रावने कृपणवत् प्रियया वियुक्तः
भद्रावने कृपणवत् प्रियया वियुक्तः
स्त्रीसङ्गिनां गतिमिति प्रथयंश्चचार
स्त्रीसंगिनां गतिमति प्रथमाशर्य. Hare Krishna. Translation. When Ramachandra entered the forest and Lakshmana was also absent, the host of the Rakshasa, Ravana, kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king Vaideha. Just as a tiger seizes on protected sheep when the shepherd is absent, the Lord Ramachandra wandered in this forest with his brother Lakshmana as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to woman. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In this verse, the word Stri Sanginam, Gatim Iti, indicates that the condition of a person attached to woman was showed by Lord himself. According to the moral instruction, Grihe Narim Viparajayat, when one goes onto the tour, one should not bring his wife. Formerly, men used to travel without convenience. But still, as far as possible, when one leaves home, one should not take his wife with him. Especially if one is in such condition as Lord Ramachandra when banished by order of his father. Whether in this forest or at home, if one is attached to woman, his attachment is always troublesome, as shown in the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal example. Of course, this is the material side of the Stri Sangi, but the situation of Lord Ramachandra is spiritual, for he does not belong to the material world. Narayana Paro Vyaktat. Narayana is beyond the material creation because he is the creator of the material world. He is not subject to condition of the material world. This separation of Lord Ramachandra from Sita is spiritually understood in Bipralambha, which is activity of the Alhadini potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, belong to the Sringar Rasha, the mellow of the conjugal love in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all the dealing of love, displaying the symptoms called Sattvika, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha, and Unmad. Thus, when Lord Ramachandra was separated from Sita, all the spiritual symptoms were manifested. The Lord is neither impersonal nor important. Rather, he is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, the eternal form of Krishna knowledge and bliss. He has all the symptoms of the spiritual bliss. Feeling separations from one's beloved is also an item of spiritual bliss. As explained in Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Radha Krishna Pranaya Bhaktir, Allahadini Sakti, the dealing of love between Radha and Krishna are displayed as the pleasure potency of the Lord. The Lord is the original source of all pleasure, the reservoir of all the pleasure. Lord Ramachandra therefore manifested the truth both spiritually and materially. Materially, those who are attached to women suffer, But spiritually, when there are feelings of separation between Lord and his pleasure potency, the spiritual bliss of the Lord increases. This is further explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Abhajananti mam mudha manusim tanumasritam param bhavo jananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. One who does not know the spiritual potency of Supreme Personality of Godhead thinks that Lord is an ordinary human being. But the Lord's mind, intelligence, and the senses are never be affected by the material condition. This fact is further explained in the Skanda Puran, as quoted in Madhvacharya. Nitya Purana Sukta Jnanam Saruposu Yato Vibuhu Ato Asya Rama Itya Akshaha Tasya Dukkham Kato Napi. Tathapi Loka Sikhyastham Adukho Dukkha Vartivat Anathinam Loka Drishtya Sitam Asit Smaram Iva. Jnanam Panthanam Puran Nityam Sambandha Shamatmanah Sriha Ajodhya Binir Gachan Ajodhya Binir Gachan Sarva Lokeshya Chavaraha Pratyaksham tu Shikhya Sandham Jagat Madir Abhaya Nakshatra Mahaganinam Nakshatra Mahaganina Ganinam Trayodasha Sahaskaram Brahmalokam Samah Chakre Brahmaloka Samam Chakre Samastam Kriti Mandalam Ramo Rameti Sarvashmam Abhahitam Tada Sarbo Manomayo Loke Jada Rama tu Aplapat. It was actually impossible for Ravana to take away Sita. The form of Sita taken by Ravana was an illusionary representation of Mother Sita, Maya Sita. When Sita was tested in the fire, this Maya Sita was born and the real Sita came out from the fire. A further understanding is to be derived from this example is that women, however powerful she may be in the material world, must be given protection. For as soon as she is unprotected, she will be exploited by Rakshasa like Ravana. Here the word Vaidehi Duhitari indicates that before Mother Sita was married to Lord Ramachandra, she was protected by her father, Vaideha Raja. And when she was married, she was protected by her husband. Therefore, the conclusion is that women should always be protected. According to the Vedic rule, there is no scope for a woman's being independent. For a woman cannot protect herself independently. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakhyurunmilitam Jenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Shapadantikam. Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavan Shamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Nidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitansya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is a wonderful pastime of Lord Ramachandra here in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord Ram, now you all, yesterday we heard about the wonderful nectar, right? So Prabhu Ram, Sita Maya and Lakshman, they're all in forest. Now Marich in the form of a deer, golden deer came, and it was attracted by Sita Maya. This is completely bewildered, though it is as if they're ordinary human being, right? But somehow she got attracted to the golden skin of the Marich, and she requested Lord Ram, please bring the skin of that deer. And that was the point, the turning point of Ram Katha, right? So immediately Lord Ram, though he knew everything, is the Trikaldarsi, his Sarvagya, but still he behaved like as if he knows nothing. Just for what? Swamayaya. Swamayaya. He's just covering because of his own Maya. He's manifesting his own Maya. The similar thing happened when Balramji was descending this earth, and Lord Krishna invited the Yogamaya, please come. You need to transform the one Om to another and to bring Sankarshan, the Balram, from Devaki to Rohini's Garbha. There's Om of Rohini. Yogamaya got bewildered. How come I do this? How can I do this? This is impossible. And Krishna says, nothing is impossible. Just remember me, take my name, and just do it. It will happen. And it was Yogamaya who came and arranged each and everything of Lord Krishna while in Vrindavan. Similarly, Lord Rama is depicting all these things, all the pastime, because of by personifying his Yogamaya. So Maya. And because of the Maya, everything is covered. And this is a testing time for the devotees. How come this is a testing time for the devotee? Because Lord is depicting the Maya as if as an ordinary human being. Sita Devi is working, just demanding Lord Rama as an ordinary wife. I need this. I want this. This is my desire. I must fulfill my desire. And Lord Ram is getting bewildered. Yes, I need to. As a Gruha Medi, what is doing? Without thinking anything, without giving the second thought, he says, yes, I'll do it. I'll fulfill your desire. Right? And this is all because just to cover up the Maya, because of the Maya Sakti. And Lord Ram is running after the Mriga, the Marich. And finally, what is the intent of the Marichi? That is a very important thing. Marichi is who? The nephew of Ravana. Though he's a Rakshasa, but he was having a great bhava for the Lord. Right, Prabhu? He was thinking, I'm going to die. He was very much sure that I'm going to die. But he thought, instead of dying with the punishment of Ravana, it is much, much, much better than dying by Lord Ram. And he was preparing, just thinking and reciting this glory of the name of the Lord. He was consistently remembering the name of the Lord. Hari Nam, as consistently remembering. And you know what happens when somebody is dying and taking the name of the Lord? Antakalesha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. And when the arrow hit Maricha, immediately fall down and become from the deer. What he did? He come out as a Rakshasa. And immediately bowed a prayer to the Lord Rama and took the shelter of Rama. What a wonderful death, you just think. Being the Rakshasa form, in the body of a Rakshasa, in the mentality of the Rakshasa, But immediately what is thought? The bhava is what? What is the intent? What is the intent? I'll be taking the shelter of the Lord, and so that I get immediately liberated. Aham hare tava pada ekamula dasanu dasha bhavitasme bhuya manosmare tasu pate gunaste vihita bhakkarma karotu kaya. This is also similar thing happened to the Rakshasa, Vritrasur. But again, Maricha being a Rakshasa also take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Rama. And what happened? Immediately he got liberated. Sasuzya Mukti. Immediately got liberated and given to the Vaikuntha Dham. And that is the beauty of a Rakshasa. And that is the promise of the Lord. Antakalesha mameva smaran muktva kalivaram. And he was killed. He was liberated by Lord Rama. And in front of the Lord, under this lotus feet of the Ram, he went away to Golok Vrindavan, is Vaikuntha Dham. This is the beauty of the loving relationship with the Lord. Forget about all the condition that you went through. Forget about everything that we have gone through. What journey you were there, what you were there, but the end of the moment, what considers that is the bhava that is important. And even this condition, the very precarious condition, very materialistic condition, if you look at, being attached to the deer, killing, running after the deer, just to skin the deer and presenting to the wife, that looks very material, right? But behind this plot, what happens? There is the liberation of the great Rakshas, the demon. That is the beauty of the Lord. And the Lord Ram, what happened? After liberating Maricha, well, but getting liberated also, he recited them name very loudly. Hey Ram, hey Ram, hey Ram. And what happened thereafter? Masita got bewildered again. It is the voice of Ram. He's crying out of pain. He's looking for protection. What a thought. Lord Ram looking for protection, who has already cleared 16,000 demon already. Right? And he has already recently cleared the Khar and Dushan, right? How come? But Sita Maya got confused, bewildered. And immediately he started rebuking Lakshman. Sisi Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Narsingh ki jai. And immediately he started asking favor from Lakshman. Lakshman, go and protect your brother. He's looking for protection. Lakshman says, how come? You don't know who is Ram. He has got the ability to take care of the entire world, who is taking care of the entire cosmos. And you are asking for the protection. No, you have got an ill intention. You are not understanding me. You are not obeying me because you got an ill intention. And that was a very painful pain for whom? For Lakshman. And immediately Lakshman took his bow, and went to the same plot from where the sound Hare Ram, Hey Ram generated. And now both brothers come back and they see Sita is no more. She is not available there. Sita was taken by whom? By Ravan. He was kidnapped by Ravan. I am not going to the detail of that. You all know that. But immediately, Lord became extremely in pain of separation. Oh Sita, where are you? And now started thinking about this, all the good, great qualities of Sita. Salinta, Tapasya. How Salin? You understood Salin? The Lajja. And everything started remembering about the Tapasya. Right? And his dedication, her dedication towards Ram, Patibrata, everything he started remembering about Sita. And immediately what happened? They started searching for Sita. Oh Sita, where are you? Where are you? He's going each and every place, going all this. Whom? He started asking, do you know where Sita is? Where's she gone? All the pakshi, the birds, all the animals, all the fishes. You're going to this, look at this nadi, there's a river, and you're looking at the river and looking at the fishes. Have you seen Sita? What a condition. He started asking about the deer. Have you seen it? Seen Sita? No. Where is Sita? And he started comparing three important things. That is, what is the three comparison he started? he started comparing Sita with gold. Gold ornaments, golden ornaments. Banana. And also the bel patta, bel patta. What is the name of the bel patta? Bel, jo we offer to Lord Shiva. Bel patta. There's three comparison. Bel patta, second is gold, and third is banana. Why Lord Ram comparing these three and saying that these three are becoming exalted, very happy, because Sita is not there. Why? Because of the luster that means the glittery of the gold will feel proud. I am more glittery than Sita. The banana, the softness of the banana will feel proud. The banana will feel proud that I am more. Sita was more softer. That means my quality was not been highlighted. Now I can highlight my quality. Similarly, Dev Belpatta, he has got this proud that I am been offered to the Lord Shiva. The pride, the glittery, as well as the softness, all being compared by Lord Rama to Sita. And Lord Rama was behaving as if he's just a material, he's a person totally entangled with the Stri Sangha. Stri Sangim. Is this the quality of a Gruhamoida? He is always absorbed in Stri Sangha. Stri Kalatra Adishu. Stri and children's. Kalatra Adishu. Gruhastha Gruhamedi Nam. This is this quality of a Gruhamedi. Stri Kalatra Adishu. Being always absorbed in the material pleasure and happiness in association with the Stri, that is wife and children. And also the environment, the house, own house. Aham Mameti. And this is how this all the material, because of the covering Maya, is only look at Aham Mameti. Kartaraham iti manyate. And Lord Prabhupada, this is beautifully explained about the condition of the person who is covered by Maya. Abajananti ma mudha manushim tanumashritam. Param bhavo jananto mama bhuta maheshwara. Abajananti ma mudha. Those who are foolish people, they don't know my actual position. So the question comes, what is the difference between a mudha and asam mudha? The most intelligent and the most foolish. What is the difference? What is the very thin difference that is in between? What is the difference? May I ask you the question? What is the difference between amudha, that is mudha, and buddhiman? The most intelligence and the most foolish. Without thinking. And what else? And what about this most intelligent? Many times, right? Anything, Prabhu? Chetasa. Aveshita Chetasa. The foolish people do not apply that the Chetana. They put their Chetana in the material world. Whereas the intelligent people, what they do? They invest their Chetana in the Lord. Mai Aveshita Chetasa. So this is the thinnest difference. But the question comes, who is the giver of the Chetana? How the buddhi comes? How I can purify my Chetana? That is the most important thing. So we all are contaminated soul, right? Contaminated in the materially, we are covered by the contaminated things. Our Chetana, the consciousness is contaminated. Because of this, we are unable to understand what is reality. Moghasha, Mogha Karmana, Mogha Jnana Vichetasha. Rakshasim Asurim Chaiva Prakriti Mohinim Shrita. We have taken the shelter of this, the demonic quality of this Prakriti. Because of what? Because of this lower form of the Chetana, the contaminated Chetana. And what about the elevated Chetana? The higher elevated Chetana. When the Chetana is got free from contamination, what happens? The Chaitanya is totally absorbed in the Krishna consciousness. Maya avishita chetasa. That is the difference. And buddhi is the outcome of that. Buddhi is the outcome of that. What Lord says? Tesham satata juktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tamedamam upayantate. This covering, the metal covering goes away. Because of what? Because of the intelligence. Now you think about here, what I'm doing, is it anukul or what I'm doing is pratikul? You create the difference between anukul and pratikul. And that is the faculty of intelligence. The discriminatory faculty is called intelligence, buddhi. Now the buddhi start working. You start thinking, is it a anukul or is it a pratikul? Is it favorable or unfavorable? Is it covering me with the Lord so that I cannot see the Lord? Or is it something that's really taking away? The Maya is gone. So this is the difference. What are the activities that I must do so that it should be favorable for me in progressing Krishna consciousness? What I should not do, which should avoid me from the Krishna consciousness? That is the duty, that is the faculty which discriminate. The discriminatory faculty of mind. That is called buddhi. Jamam evam asammudho janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavina bharata. But after knowing this, what do we do? That is important. After getting uncovered, thereafter we start engaging in Krishna consciousness in his seva. And this condition is God is building everybody, each and every devotee even. And who is Vaishnavanam Jatha Sambhu? Lord Shivji, he looks at Ramchandra and he started laughing, looking at the Parvati. You see what is happening there? How he's playing, what kind of plot he's playing, you see? He's behaving like an ordinary human being, searching for Sita, as if he's totally absorbed in the metal form. And all the munis, those who are doing the yajna and havan, they stopped the yajna, looking at the Lord. How can Lord be like this? And they got a question mark. This is a great testing period for the devotees here. Lord is depicting as Gruha Medi. And all the devotees are praying home, the Lord. But only highly elevated devotees, they could get the glimpse, yes. Even in this condition also, Lord is showing the supreme ekasti for the separation of the Vipralambha Bhava. Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkara Patitha Mam Vishamu Bhava Ambude Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Dhuli Shadrusham Vichintaya Aslishyaba Padaratam Pinastumam Adarsanat Marmahata Karotuva Jatha Tathapu Vidughat Lampato Mat Prananatha Tusta Seva Naparaha. This is the Vipralambha, the Ashtabikar. It is all depicting in Lord Ram. One side it looks very materialistic, but other side that looks Vipralambha Bhav. Nayanam Galada Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadagada Rudragira. You became mad. Have you seen Radha? Have you seen Sita? Have you seen Sita? Oh dear, have you seen Sita? The same condition happened with whom? The Gopi. The Krishna went away. And the Gopi come into the same stage. Oh dear, have you seen? Oh no, she is very envious to us. Why should the deer tell me where is Krishna? Because she is so envious. She is also from the Stri Jati. She has also got characteristic of the women. So she will not tell us. Oh, the tallest tree. You've been here for long year in search of Krishna. You must be knowing where is Krishna. At least you are like Tapasvi. But they're silent. No tree, nothing, nobody will tell us where is Krishna. And thereafter say, no. The Muni Jan hai, a Muni hai. They will never utter anything in their mouth. How can they expect them from them? They're like Muni. So this is the condition of the Gopis. Similarly, Lord Ramachandra is depicting the same Vipralambha Bhav. Tanmanashkas tadalapa tadvichishtas tadatmika tadguna naiva gayantu natma garani samsmaru. He forget who am I, like the gopis who forget who am I. They forget their own existence. And similarly, Lord Ram is searching for the in the Vipralambha Bhaptu, Sita Devi. Because Krishna and his energy is not different. Lord Ram and his Alladini Shakti is not different. That's how he's feeling the separation of his Alladini Shakti, the Sita Maya. There is a wonderful pastime of Kakabhushandi. Have you heard about Kakabhushandi? Kakabhushandi, he did some offense. You must listen. You go to Jagannath Puri, there is a deity of Kakabhushandi, and everybody worships Kakabhushandi. And there is a wonderful pastime. He was cursed because of the Guru Aparad. He cursed by whom? By Sibji. Because he was not paying obeisance to his Guru. Guru came and he saw, I am more learned than Guru. I know much more than my Guru. Then why should I pay my obeisance? And who saw this attitude? He could feel the attitude of Bhushanda Sarma. And it was Lord Shiva who saw this, feel his attitude, and found he's more arrogant. He could not tolerate. Lord Shiva could not tolerate it. And immediately he given a sap to Kakabhushan, that is Bhushandi Sharma. And Guru was very, very merciful. And what the sap, the course Lord Shiva given to Kakabhushandi, he says, take 1,000 bath. 1,000 bath and you'll be away from your Guru. And the Guru was very perturbed. How come Lord Shiva given this such a big curse? And he with empty-handed, and he just fall down in the lotus feet of Lord Shiva and says, please excuse my disciple. Please excuse Bhusand Sharma. He's ignorant. Lord Shiva says, okay, I'll give 2 boons to him. One, he'll remember all his life. Whatever his days does in his past life, he'll be remembering every life. And second boon, he'll never get this pain of birth and death and in between. What is the in between? Janma Mrityu, Jara Vyadhi. He will not get the pain of these 4 things. And in his 999 birth, he became a crow. You know that? He became a crow. He remembers each and everything. And he went to Lord Shiva and he asked for benediction. Make me a crow throughout the life. I want to be a crow throughout my life. Because I get the freedom to move around anywhere. And he can recite the Ram Katha everywhere. And what happened? He knew the Lord Rama is coming to the Ajodhya. And the crow flew to Ajodhya. And he got associated with the Lord Ram for 5 years. He was playing very playfully with the Lord Ramachandra. He's in his own house, in Ramachandra's house. When Lord Ram was feeling separation, when the crow goes away, and he become happy when the crow is near. And one day, what happens? Lord Ram was eating a roti, a small chapati. This small 5 years boy was eating chapati, a sukhi roti. And what happened? And the half of the roti was eaten, and half remained in his hand. And what happened? The Kag Bhusandi took away the roti from his hand. What happened? Lord Ram started crying like a small boy, like ordinary boy. And he got extremely jolted. And he started searching, oh, give me my bread. Give me my bread. And Kag Bhushandi became bewildered. How come the Supreme Personality of Godhead can cry for a small piece of roti? He cannot be ordinary. He cannot be a Supreme Personality of Godhead. You think 999 birth. Throughout his life, he popped from Krishna consciousness. He was always reciting the name of the Lord. He was always describing the glory of the Lord. But what happened? It got perturbed. Just for a piece of bread. Because Abhujanantimam, that was also depicting. But what Krishna says? Kunteya pratijanahi name bhaktva pranishyati. Oh dear Kunti Putra, please declare to everybody that my devotee will never fall down. And Kakabhusandi has got the amazing power. He can transcend to any locus. Swarga, Tapa, Jana, Bhur, Bhuvaha, all transcendent. And he was about to reach where? Brahmaloka. And he was looking back. What he saw? Lord Rama in the small boy, in the 5-year-old boy. He was approaching, he was following Kakabhusandi to Brahmaloka. And what is the distance between Lord Rama and Kakabhusandi? Kakabhusandi described it is just 2 inch. As in Damodara Leela, we understood the 2 inch. Similarly, the distance between Kakabhusandi and Lord Rama is how much? Only 2 inch. And Lord Rama was following Kakabhusandi till Brahmaloka. And now he could, looking at Lord Ram, Kakabhusandi understood he is not an ordinary boy. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they both came back to Ajodhya. And the moment he opened his mouth, Lord Ramachandra opened his mouth. What happened? In the opened mouth, Kakabhusandi get inside into the Om, in this belly of Lord Ram. And there is a wonderful description by Kakabhusandi what he saw. He saw the millions and millions of Vaikuntha there, the planetary systems, everywhere. The one thing that is common, that is the glory of the Lord is being recited every planetary systems. And he found the small boy Ramachandra in all the planetary systems. Everywhere the Krishna Katha, Ram Katha, the name of the Lord is the only thing that's prevailing everywhere. And it took as if he went through millions and millions of births and millions of years past his, he could see the Lord Ramchandra in his belly and came up. And thereafter he came out. Right? You read this Katha, that's Kakabhusandi Katha. That is a wonderful pastime. But because of his association with Lord Rama, because of the association with the name of the Lord, he was protected by Lord Rama, and Lord Rama is running after him. Right? This is beauty. Lord never leave a devotee. Kunteya pratijana hi name bhakta pranishati. If an ordinary crow, what would happen? Lord Ram will never follow. But he's following. Please come back. I cannot live without you. Aham bhakta paradhino. I'm totally dependent on you. So this is the loving relationship. And how can we develop that loving relationship with Krishna? Machitta matagata prana. Right? And how can we do that? Manmana bhavamat bhakto mazzazi mam namaskuru maya vishyashi nityam te pratijani priyoshime. Think, you feel that I am the dearest for you, pratijani, by knowing that I am very, very dearest to you. Who can say I am dearest to you? Only Lord can say. And there is a loving relationship with Krishna, the Rama with us. And he's so dear to us. Suhrudam Sarva Bhutanam is Suhrud. But only thing, when you can feel Suhrud, he's my closest, he's my dearest. The moment we invest our mind, our Chetana on his lotus feet. But Sri Krishna, otherwise will not be able to understand that. Otherwise, will feel that I am the doer. Aham mameti. Siddho aham sukhi. Right? I am happiest. I am the greatest. The Prabhupada says the whole world is popped up. Right? The whole world is popped up. Everybody thinks that I am the big. And everybody is taking their pie. That means I am my identity. But Prabhupada says no. The moment you understand, the Jiva understand, he's not the doer, he's not the master, but he's a servant. In 2.49, Prabhupada explained very beautifully in Bhagavad Gita. He says, the moment the Jiva understand he is not the master, he is the servant, that is the beginning of his upliftment. And the Krishna consciousness start from that moment. I am not the master, I am the servant of the Lord and his servants and servants and servants. And that is the beginning of the transformation. And that only be possible, Prabhupada says in that particular purport, that's only be possible when someone is in Krishna consciousness. And he also given the emphasis, only and only Krishna consciousness can develop. With Krishna consciousness, you can develop that attitude. Nothing else. Nothing else. So that's what Srimad Bhagavatam also describes. Hari Sharbatra Sharbada Srutabyam Kirtitabyam Smrutabyam Sya Bhagavan Runa. For human being, the only doable things, the priority, topmost things that is doable is what? Shrutabyam, Kirtitabyam, and Smritabyam. For whom? Lord Krishna, Bhagavan. And by whom? By the Nrunam, human being. And that's how we can develop the Krishna consciousness and uplift our Chaitana, purify our Chaitana, so that we understand the difference between material and spiritual, being mastery and the servitude. And this is the subtle difference, the very thin difference between the Mahatma and Duratma. This is the thin difference between Mahatma and Duratma. Moghasha, Mogha Karmana, Mogha Jnanam Vichetasa, Rakyasim, Asurim Chaiva, Prakritim Mohinim Srita. Those who are taking shelter of the Prakriti is the Rakyasim, the demonic characteristic of this quality of the three modes of nature. Vis-a-vis Mahatma Neshumam Partha, Daivi Prakriti Masrita. But those who are superly conscious, those who are Mahatma, what is the difference? They take shelter of whom? They take shelter of the supreme, right? Mahatma Neshumam Partha, Daivi Prakriti Masrita. The higher energy of the Lord. That is the Alladini Sakti of the Lord. So this is how the Lord Rama was showing the great characteristics of both angles. But the question is the drushti. In what vision that we are looking? Is the material Gruhameda or a Vipralambha Bhav? Because this is all true. All here in this Bhava, that's Bhava is very important. And with that Bhava, we can see the pastime of the Lord. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Any question, anything that you have? So we can take questions. Another 5-7 minutes that we have. Yes, Prabhu.
Like we had heard that Maricha, when he was dying, he was taking name of Sita and Lakshman. Maricha.
Maricha.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had heard that when he was dying, he was taking name of Sita Devi and Lakshman.
Yes, Prabhu. That is described very clearly. But before coming to this place, he's made it intent very clear. The moment Ravana ordered Maricha to come to this place, to play the role of a deer, he purified his bhava. And he took the name of Sita, Lakshmana, and finally he took the name of Lord Rama. Haram, Haram, Haram. But in the very deep, in the heart, he made his intent very clear. Yeah, take the name, take the shelter of Lord Rama. Right, bro?
Hare Krishna, bro.
Hare Krishna.
Nice class, bro. Many pastimes and quoting Bhagavad Gita and so many relevance you are mentioning. One thing related to the same thing, because what I had heard is, yes, when one chants the name of the Lord, surely he gets purified. But the intent behind this one also matters. Until now, what I had heard was that when Maricha took this one, he thought that it is better to get killed by hands of Lord Ram than to be killed by Ravana. But it is not a conducive bhakti. It is like, because it is because of that it is causing not convenience to the Lord Ram, but it is causing inconvenience. It is not service to the Lord, but it is a disservice to the Lord. Like, no. So that way it was considered in a derogatory or like no. Yes, anybody chants the name may get benefited, but it was not taken from that he was having the right service attitude. He may
Correct.
have the this one.
Correct.
So this is the first time I heard. So is there any reference or
Yes,
uh,
Prabhu. This is two things that we need to understand, Prabhu. This is the promise of the Lord, Antakalish Mameba, and it is depicted, it is already exemplified in Maricha. But Prabhuji's question is it the right attitude? Think about the association of Maricha. What is the association? Association with non-devotee. And that is the condition. And what is the choice that he had? Can he come out from this association? No. He could not come out from the association. And because of this precarious condition, he prepared to die. But what is our condition? The Swatantrata. We have independent will. And that independent will is so subtle that subtle independence is associated with the desire of human being. Ichha. And Krishna says, purify that desire. Kama Krishna, karma arpane. Krodha Krishna, decision. And when the desire is to be associated with the Lord, that is the process of purification. And from that purification, you try to understand what is my objective of life? What is the ultimate goal of my life? And where should I bend my desire towards? It is towards material goal or towards getting the association of the Lord. And that purification will happen when you are consistently and constantly in association of devotees like Prabhu. And that's how our consciousness grows up, and that will mold our desire. And what is the ultimate desire? Krishna Prema. That is the ultimate desire. Liberation is Mukti Pisachini. Mukti ka jo desire for Mukti is also like a Pisachini. But that is for the non-devotee. For non-bhakta, it is Mukti is the highest form. But for the devotees, what? Mama janmani janmanishware bhagavatam bhakti rahetu. It does not matter whether you give me liberation or not. Whether it is Sajujya, Salukya, Sarupya, whatever liberation, I don't want. Mama janmani janmanishware bhagavatam bhakti rahetu kitve. There's so many cases. I want to be here to serve the devotees. I don't want liberation. Aham harer tab padekam mama janmani janmanishware. And also he says, dasanu dasa bhavitasmi bhoya. Give me birth. What I'll do? I'll serve those who are glorifying your name. I'll become the servant of them. This is my desire. And that is the purest form of desire.
In case of Rudrasura, it is clearly understood. He is right from the beginning. He was Chitraketu, and when he was cursed, also he didn't retaliate. And Lord Shiva also glorifies him.
Correct.
That what is the glory of the Lord Narayana's bhaktas? That even if they are cursed, like no, they don't take it or they don't retaliate. So in case of Rudrasura, it was clearly understood. But in case of Maricha, what I had heard was also that it was not that he changed his bhava out of love or something or attraction for the Lord. It was out of the fear which had happened before. He had got hit by Lord Ram, which he had he was thrown for so long.
Right, bro.
Because of that fear, he would, even if somebody says Ra, he would anything wherever Ra comes, he would feel like no Lord Ram, and then he would become fearful. So this was not out of love, because there is 4 stages. One is out of the fear, then out of the duty, then the desire, duty, and love.
Correct.
Whereas Rudrasura is on the platform of the love. That is topmost, that I understood. Whereas in case of him,
Out of fear, it could be out of fear.
but not taking the this one. He had given up all the wrong things and he had become saintly. That's what I had heard. So that's why I was just asking.
Right,
for
Prabhu.
clarification.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. This is a wonderful pastime of this entire ancestor, the Ravana and the whole family. You know that? There's the Kaikeya, that is the kingdom, and Pratap Bhanu and Harimarthan, his two brothers, and how they did lot of austerity, or they're ruling the country, and they became a very devotee of the Lord, and they were following all the prescribed duties, and that is as if a Ramarajya, right? But because again with the Maya, that is a big long pastime, and Marichu was coming from that family. Ravana was coming from that family. And because of the pious activities done by Pratap Bhanu, even they were protected by the Lord. And even the time of the also, the death also that came again in everybody's, and Lord Ram came to liberate them. That is also Sukruti, that will be also a part of that to be considered in Maricha's case. Because of the Sukruti, they could not do the activities because of the curse. The curse by the Brahmana. But along with this, they got the benediction, the bliss of the association of the Lord in the past life. The two things they played together. One is because of this association of the Lord, they could remember or they recite the name of the Lord. And because of the curse, they could not engage in this Krishna consciousness activities. And that's why the entire Ravana families, they got liberated, but not in the devotional service. But though they're looking as the material point of view Rakshasas, but the deep in the Sukruti, they were having association of the Lord. We're running short of time, otherwise I would have narrated this pastime of the entire Ravan and his family, how beautifully they discharge the duty, their respective duty, as if they're the servant of the Lord, but because of the small, very small, one thing here you can see, the devotees that see everything as a part of the Lord, they never get bewildered. But because of the fraction association of non-devotee, how even the devotee get bewildered because of this. That is an amazing example. And this plays a very, I request all of you to read this beginning of Ramcharit Manas, or maybe Balmiki Ramayana, and you'll get the nectar, the ancestral as well as the family of Ravana also. Right. I hope I could answer your question, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Gaurang ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. All glories to assembled devotee. All glories to assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee.